Happy Monday morning, Com. It's the morning of July 10th here as we roll into week number 2 of this, really what is a 3 week long course, three and a little bit, I guess, if we were to say that. A couple updates for this week. Today is the drop date for this course. So if you're watching this video and you're like, hey, this course clearly isn't for me, I need an email from your parents and probably yourself just stating that you want to drop the course, and we'll make that happen. But it does have to happen today, otherwise it shows up on your permanent transcript, your detailed academic report as it is. With that being said, this week we've got a few things going on. At this point, if you are caught up with everything, you should probably be looking at module number 3, which is our sexual health and wellness. You may also be looking at the alternate assignment if you did the exemption form. In either case, you only need to do one of those two assignments. So if you did quiz number 3, don't worry about the alternate assignment. If you did alternate assignment, don't worry about quiz number 3. I can only mark one of them, so take your pick. That being said, the theme of this week and a good chunk of next week is actually around our basically our pathway choices, as we say. These are actually career choices. These are looking at how you're going to go through school and into post-secondary and into a career. So a couple things to note on this one. There are a bunch of lessons on here. Everything is as it was. You will need to sign up for My Blueprint for this one if you haven't already. My Blueprint is an excellent resource for doing some career exploration. It may show you some programs that exist that you didn't know about. It may show you some programs that maybe you hadn't thought of before. That's really the goal there. A lot of this stuff in the first section around intellectual wellness, I suspect people have seen, however. I suspect this is stuff that you've seen in school in terms of study skills, learning styles, things like that. The second part is a part I don't know if you'll have seen before, and this is around career exploration. I'm going to post something in the discussion so we can have a bit of a conversation about your plans and any details that I may be able to add for your particular journey, but this is going to basically be building you a career portfolio. It's going to be building you the idea of how do you actually get to your goals from an employment perspective. We go back to that occupational wellness from module number 1. Now, with this, we're going to explore career clusters. We're going to look at the idea of how to market yourself. But more importantly, and I just want to jump over quickly to my slide here on our due dates for this one. Here we are. We have a whole bunch of stuff due this week. These assignments are much smaller than the ones that came before them. The first couple modules had a couple really big ones, like the emotional wellness PSA. I am still marking those, by the way, so if anybody's waiting for feedback on those ones, those generally take a little bit longer to grade and should be done early this week. That being said, if you jump ahead and do a bunch of these around learning styles, knowing yourselves, marketing yourself, you'll notice that some of these work their way into next week. I will throw something out there. When I mark the resume and cover letters, I do tend to leave feedback on those. A lot of students take that as an opportunity to improve the resume and cover letter and resubmit. That's all good, but you do need to get that on that relatively quickly. You have to get on that early, otherwise I get into a place where I can't do that. I run out of time. So if you already have a resume and cover letter that you want to use for this class, please, by all means, put those in. Send them into the Dropbox, and I'll try to get those as fast as I can so that you can get some feedback, maybe do a revision, maybe do a resubmit. Nothing wrong with that. That being said, the case study is another fairly large project here. Case study involves you either interviewing a family member or friend who has gone through a career pathway, or doing a case study on a well-documented or famous individual. Those ones are really interesting, and I recommend that you pick somebody who has what you perceive as a similar career path to yourself, or something that you could learn something from in the terms of their career path. So for example, if I get a lot of these that look at people like the tech icons, the Bill Gates, the Elon Musks of the world, and that's all good, because those people may have some career aspects that are similar to what you may want to do if you're planning on going into a STEM career. However, it is less useful if you pick a historical figure. If it turns around, you turn around and you decide you want to write this on somebody who lived 200 years ago, the career connections may not be quite as blatant. They may not be quite as good. So keep that in mind when you're picking your case study topic. If you're not sure, throw it in the discussion forum and we can definitely have a discussion about that. With that being said, I just wanted to throw out there that this next module does go relatively quickly, so please stay on top of things. I've already sent some emails through to people who maybe were a little bit behind for last week. Those emails go out to you, they go out to your parents if you're falling behind in this course, because as we're here on the 10th, we have 15 days left until the final due date for everything in this course. It will come fast. There's still 2 full modules, 2 large modules in module 4 and 5. So please keep on top of things. With that being said, if you have any questions, office hours are here. They are there for you to ask questions. I will be sitting there waiting if you have any, and if not, throw it in the discussion forum, and good luck with this week's coursework.